Ariel Helwani in Las Vegas gearing up for UFC 156 alongside Frankie "The Answer" Edgar, who meets Jose Aldo for the UFC Featherweight Championship this Saturday night on pay-per-view. Frankie, it's good to see you. Always looking so good. Who's your inspiration as far as style?
Oh, man, I don't know.
Your own inspiration?
Not
tell me Ali.
No, not Ali. No. Yeah, my own inspiration.
You kind of have like a mini Lorenzo Fertitta look going.
Yeah, well,
did he inspire you?
Yeah, these guys got this shoe for me, so that's probably why.
Is that Tom Ford?
It's Tom Ford.
They
Man.
love that Tom Ford.
Can't go wrong. Can't go wrong.
It's an Italian thing, right?
Yeah, possibly an Italian.
I can't rock Tom Ford. I'm not Italian.
There it is. Behind the neck, it says made in Italy, so maybe that's what it is.
Is it custom? Did he make it for you, Tom Ford?
Yeah, well, yes. Well, not Tom Ford himself, but the guy.
I thought,
I didn't meet Tom. I don't know.
But you're feeling good, right? I mean, everyone's talking about 145. It looks like this is a lightweight fight for you.
Yeah, no problem. It's kind of funny. I feel like everyone's saying you're too small for 55, too small for 55, but everybody wants this to be like such a hard cut. I don't understand it. So, yeah, it's been pretty much not much of a weight cut at all. I'm able to. What I like about 55 the most is I could train throughout the whole week and kind of go about, still going hard at night, and I have been able to do that for this fight too. So it's been nice.
I heard this morning, this is Thursday, you woke up at like 148, 149?
Yeah, about 148, 149. So, and I'm eating. I'm not starving myself or anything. I said I'm working out. I'm eating. It's coming off easy. I'm pretty disciplined in when I choose to do something, and I chose to, follow this diet, and then the weight's coming off.
Do you kind of think, maybe I should have done this earlier?
No, I think it was perfect. I got to be the hold the title at lightweight for quite some time, and I would eat whatever I wanted at 55. I'd eat pizza the week of the fight, stuff like that. Maybe that's what I would do different as eat, because I feel like the better feel I put in my body, I do feel better. So I'd probably do that even at 55.
How annoying is it to watch like Benson fight Nate Diaz? Because a lot of people still think that you're the champ. Is it annoying?
It stung for a while, but I'm past it. If you got to be past it, because I'm not trying to beat myself up every time I see him. Do it. I'm not trying to hex him or anything. I hope he does well, and he put on a great performance and proved he's a formidable lightweight champion.
Isn't it amazing? You finally go down to 145, and now this week people are talking about 135. Chael Sonnen saying on UFC Tonight that you're going down to fight Dominic Cruz. What's going on here? Are you really going down to 135?
No, let's worry about 45. I got a pretty big task ahead of me, and I'm not thinking of anything except Saturday night. And 45, let's worry about making this and having a good performance.
He has been in the past. We've seen videos of him, Jose Aldo, struggling to make 145. Do you think that this is the wrong weight class for him? Do you think he's taking too much out of himself at this point?
Yeah, I don't know. Some people just don't cut weight well, and it's very dramatic to get down, but they get down and they perform well, and he's been performing well. You can't really knock his performances at the weight class. So as long as he keeps winning, making weight, it's a weight class for him.
You fought, BJ Penn, Gray Maynard, Benson Henderson as champion. Jose Aldo, is he tougher than them? Is he a tougher opponent? Does he present more problems than those guys?
I think every fighter possesses a certain set of problems you got to deal with. So, and that's how I approach it. Matchups do matter. One guy may be a little more tougher for me or for whoever, So it's really hard to say who's going to be who's the toughest. For me, I'd say my next fight's my toughest, because you have to win your next fight. Does
Frankie Edgar lose anything by going down to 145?
Just the 10 pounds, you know what I mean? That's it.
Speed, anything like that?
No, not at all. I think I've gained some speed. Being at 55, I would lift more. I try to eat a little more, and now it's more natural. I feel like I'm not putting as much stress on my joints, and I do feel my cardio's better. I do feel my speed's better. I feel like if I'm not as strong, maybe stronger.
Who's to blame for this?
My wife, man. She's tough on me, dude. Nah, it was a training accident. It just happens.
Just happened. Nothing that is bothering you now or anything.
No.
It was a while ago, right?
A while ago, yeah. It's long gone.
Speaking of a while ago, obviously you were doing great things with Hurricane Sandy and Restore the Shore. How are things going over there for those that haven't been catching up on that?
Yeah, there's still a lot of work to be done there, but they're starting to rebuild. They opened up Seaside to the public, opened up some restaurants and bars and clubs. They want to get some traffic over there and get it buzzing. They're starting to rebuild the boardwalk. Should be done by May, so things are looking up.
Back to the fight. I think that Jose Aldo has some of the most underrated takedown defense in MMA. What do you think of his wrestling skills?
Yeah, I think it's proven. Someone they were ripping out the statistics to me in this press conference. I think 55 shots. He's defended 52 of them. You know, it kind of speaks for itself. And offensively, he's got decent takedowns too. You know, no one takes that into consideration. But he took Hominick down. I think he took Florian down. So yeah, he's a mixed martial artist. So he can do it all.
It has been a year since you held that title, 12 pounds or so of gold. Do you miss it?
I do. It's you know, when you hold it for, you know, I hold it for almost 2 years. You kind of comes a part of you. You know. I do the sport to be the best, and that's what I want. And, you know, when you have that title, you're the best, and it means something.
Finally, you know, it's almost like a weird situation for you because, you know, you lost to Benson twice, I guess, officially, right? You go down. If you lose to Jose, you're kind of in a weird no man's land. How much pressure do you feel going into this right now? Is this a must-win? I mean, I know they're all must-wins, but do you feel that going into this fight?
You know, I don't. I'll be okay. You know what I mean? No matter what, I'll be okay. You know, I've kind of tried to I get past being such a head case. You know, I used to be like that in college wrestling, and you know, you can't get upset over things you can't control. I just got to go out there and fight my best, and you know, good things will happen.
And hey, there's always 135, right?
I'll slow down here. I'll slow down.
Good to see you, Frankie. Best of luck.
Yeah, thank you, brother.